silence was broken by a muffled cry from beneath the rubble. An exhausted Patricia regained consciousness as the vat she was stuck in started filling with water from the firefighters' hoses. After surviving the explosion, the fire, and half a day under the debris, she was about to drown. Luckily, she was saved just in time. Doctors found bruises, burns, a broken collarbone, and fractures in both heels.
I'm surprised she's not more hammered. Like that could have been way worse.
Phineas Gage, on the other hand.
Oh, I remember this guy. I know this guy. This guy's just like the most famous Marine. He's the one that shot himself in this. I think he had a metal mold over his head.
Had no chance of surviving. He should have passed away, but instead, he made history with the shocking injury he sustained. The story happened in
He's studying in psychology? Yeah, schools talk about it.
48, yet scientists worldwide still study it today. On September 13th, 25-year-old construction worker Phineas was laying railroad tracks in Cavendish, Vermont. He was tamping down explosives into drilled rock holes with a special metal rod. During one of the setups, something went wrong. The explosives detonated prematurely. The tamping rod was driven through Gage's head. This 6-kilogram rod, over 3 centimeters.
How did he live? Like, that went through his head diagonally. Like, that wasn't some shit where it like went through like a little back piece of his skull. Like, that is just somebody grabbing a fucking spear and just stabbing that literally directly through your head. And he lived.
Meters in diameter and 110 centimeters long went through his left cheek.
A 9-pound metal rod gets jabbed through your fucking brain, and you just wake up the next day. Imagine he didn't pass out. Holy shit! Imagine that happens to you, and he just goes, "Holy fuck, dude! That was like a bad blast." My head feels heavy as shit. He looks over at his friend, and his friend's just going.
Pierced his brain and exited his skull. However, like an horror, Gage stood up and started talking to his
What? No! What? Oh my god! Yo, if I was one of his fucking friends, I would be like... I'd tell this cop talking, I'd be like, dude, don't move. Literally don't. How are you alive right now?
Co-workers. They were shocked by the sight.
How'd they remove it?
Quickly rushed him to the hospital. There.
Imagine one of his friends goes, we need to get it out. Get on your knees. And grabs, who just gets on his shoulders and just rips it out like it's one of those like sword things at an amusement park to prove that you're worthy. You're standing on your friend's shoulders, you just rip out a fucking 6-foot metal rod.
He horrified the townspeople by chatting with them, despite the hole in his head. He greeted the doctor with,
"Here's the Excalibur.
Is this enough for you?" A few days later...
What did the doctor do? I don't care. This is, number one, this is the 1800s, so I know damn well this guy had no idea what the fuck to do. But honestly, for a situation like that, I feel like having a doctor from the 1800s might not be that bad. Because that's just like well, let's pull it out. And he's sitting there and he's looking at you and he's like, all right.
Gage developed a brain infection, and his slim chances of survival dropped to 0. Still, to the amazement of even modern specialists, he recovered, losing his left eye, yet remaining fully functional. However, his personality changed drastically.
I was going to say his personality had to change.
The once polite Phineas became rude, impolite, and brash. Nevertheless, he lived another 12 years, and his case...
I mean, is that from the brain injury, or you getting medicalized? I don't think
Lend me your power. Unstoppable.
Speak of the devil. Lock on.
No time to lick your wounds.
send you to your grave. Conquest begins now. Moments of victory.
You're wide open.
Tornado approached the suitors' trailer. They had no shield. Matt heard the wild roars, like 10 jet fighters coming at them. Then, the tornado came into view, bombarding a mobile home with debris picked up along the way. The absolute nightmare began seconds later. The powerful force ripped the trailer door off, tore away the roof, and then demolished the home entirely.
They were standing outside of the fucking. Actually, probably standing outside of the trailer might be smart here.
The vortex sucked up the trailer's debris and belongings, and suddenly, it pulled in Matt. He screamed, felt a blow, and
No way he felt himself levitating.
everything went dark. The tornado's debris pile buried Matt's grandmother and uncle, but they survived with minor injuries. They saw Matt get sucked into the vortex, so fearing the worst, they went searching for his body. Meanwhile,
Rosa, I tweet. You passed out.
Matt Suter regained consciousness in the middle of a field, disoriented, but unharmed. The only injury he sustained was a bump on the head from a lamp in the trailer. Running to his friend's house for help, Matt didn't yet know that his relatives had survived and that he had set a world record. It turned out that Suter entered the Guinness Book of World Records as the person...
Oh my god, it's the longest person that's ever been carried, like the longest tornado carried with while being alive. I'm guessing like 100 yards.
that survived. Matt still holds the record at 398 meters.
What? A quarter mile?
Lend me your power.
Part of the 20th century held a tale, nothing short of a miracle. In 1925,
Fear no more.
How did you not know? He
claimed the lives of 31-year-old
Lend me your power.
You can't escape me. Behave now. Ha! Rise from hellfire! Painted hellfire! I'll show you. You've left me satisfied by my side. Pathetic struggle! Winners win! One strike is enough!
You're wide open. Unstoppable. Lend me your power.
Speak of the devil. The flames are all just a scratch.
A nurse who was on duty at the race rushed to his side and saved him from the ambulance.
Yo, imagine you're just standing there during a lightning storm under like a canopy, and you see a guy get struck by lightning, and he tries to get up, and he's like, somebody help, bang, and it strikes him again, right? And then he kind of like half stands, and then it strikes him again, right? And then he's on his knees, and he's like, somebody, and he gets struck again. I would not help him. I would immediately go. I'm not even somebody that's religious. We already all know that. We talked about this a million times. I would immediately go, God wants that guy to die. I would say, God is killing that person.
It's arrived. To the doctor's surprise, Casey Wagner was practically unharmed. Despite the electricity traveling through his body from his right leg to his left arm, he only suffered muscle pain, shortness of breath, tremors, and tingling in his limbs. This case is truly astonishing. First, the odds of being struck by lightning in the U.S. in a given year are about 1 in 750,000.
Higher than I thought they'd be. I must say that. Higher. Now, I know that's a low number. Higher than I thought. Higher than I thought they'd be. That means out of
Your call.
750,000 people, somebody's
ready.
getting struck by lightning.
Yet Casey got hit twice in a row. Second, the average lightning bolt carries around 300 million volts, while a standard outlet has a maximum of 240 volts. Each year, 400 people worldwide get electrocuted at home, and half of them lose their lives. So, what are the chances of surviving a double lightning strike? I'd say about the same as surviving a fall from nearly a kilometer high. On January 25th,
Oh my god, this is the plane one.
Joe and Mackenzie Webbington arrived in Chickasha, Oklahoma.
Step forth.
This was a special day for them because Mackenzie was celebrating her 16th
Answer
birthday.
my call.
And her dad had arranged to fulfill her wildest dreams. That Joe and Mackenzie learned all the things.
Like bamboo. One strike. To settle it all.
Oh my god, this is jump out.
Speak of the devil. Hey, the hunt ends here.
You're wide open. Fear no more. Lend me your power. What sleeps within them? The whole of your life is mine to take.
Gotcha.
My mood is
Fight fire with fire. Rise from hellfire. I'll show you.
ready for battle. Unstoppable. What sleeps within them? Mandate calls. Judgment falls. Behold this boy. Nothing of life.
You can't escape me. Paint it.
Over what was then Chinese. 27 passengers and crew were ejected from the cabin at an altitude of 10,000 meters, almost instantly perishing from lack of oxygen and temperatures plunging to minus 50 degrees Celsius. However, Vesna Bolovich was pinned by a food cart in the tail section of the fuselage, which plummeted to the ground at breakneck speed. What happened next seems